I'll never get used to watching you do that.
That iron, the glowing tree, it's gotta be the garden. I don't see an easy way to get there, though. Let's look around. You sure do know how to show us the sights, homeboy.
If it weren't so deadly and disturbing to look at, it'd be...
So the bridge is gone, but there's another way into the garden? If there's another way, I'm not seeing it from here. And I've never seen a ship that would survive the acid sea.
Well, there's another path. Just not a path anyone told me about. Right. Trying to find honey by attacking a nest of hornets.
We can always ask around Solace if we need to get the lay of the land. I'm sure the wardens would appreciate a warning about the steel garrote, too.
Right. If we're going, let's go.
I lost count. Today was as rancid as a solid bulls.
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
Are they gonna throw us in the volcano if this goes badly?
If we open it, please. We will talk about this later. Yes. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason. I doubt that. There isn't an inch of this land the Wardens do not patrol, day and night. If the steel garrote were here, we would know.
And if they are here, let them come. Solace has stood against worse threats for hundreds of years.
They destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for Solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
You've already destroyed one historical edifice. We heard of what you did to the ruins in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you, hmm? It sounds like you have something in mind. There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, Envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The Envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. But I fear you will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
Envoy, be practical. You may be uniquely capable, but there are hundreds of us. There are 3 of you. Good. Be sure of it.
Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius? Don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Might want to go talk to Mihala now, assuming we still want to do that.
Still lingering, Adiran? Captain of the Wardens? He's away on an errand for me. What about him? I see the Wardens failed to clear out the tower thoroughly. Petru's ideas are a danger to Solus and go against his oath. If you must pry, I can assure you, he is safe, and he will stay far away from Solus until he can be trusted again. You know what? I'd almost think you genuinely believe that if you didn't carry an Adheran crest. Now be gone. I have other work to do, and I do not need to justify myself to you of all kith.
So
Still lingering, Adheran? Thank you, Envoy. Let's see. I suspect it's another one of Kostya's attempts at courting Adir. No matter. I've dealt with this before, and she'll deal with it again. But I appreciate your assistance in maintaining the peace in Solace Keep. Take this key. There's a chest in my office whose contents you might find interesting. Good.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. No, indeed. I feel I owe you an apology. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. There are just not enough resources to go around, and it's causing people to fall ill. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. It is. I understand, Mihala, but principles won't keep your people fed and safe. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. I didn't intend to make you look like a fool. But I couldn't let Mihala know the truth. She would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths with no thought for how this situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care. Forget duty. Duty cannot feed our children. Duty cannot keep us safe.
Can't argue with him on that.
The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sundan mind?
Solace Keep is just a place. You're looking for a way to help your people, aren't you?
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarroth in exchange for goods and gold.
That's a sensible trade in my book.
Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. That is my most fervent hope, Envoy. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. After Fior, I suspect you Adirans think of the people of the Living Lands as little more than bugs to be crushed. If you think of us at all. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. Yes, and that change would be an excellent one. We would be free of this keep, and able to explore, to breathe again. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. Of course, but need she be stopped by you? Now? In any case, the Stilgarroth are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can.
Right, I get it. He wants us to run his errands.
I do, Marius, because I trust you. And by extension, I trust the Envoy. Is that so outrageous? You were missed here. Whatever the front I put forward may have led you to believe.
You have a funny way of showing it.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy. My gods, what a terrible loss. I have known many of those men and women my entire life. The eldest of them raised me. I am sorry you had to see that, Envoy, and that I compelled you to deliver such news. Thank you for telling me.
It's not a total loss. Elder Grigor still lives.
Oh, a small, bright light in the darkest of days. Now, I must send my scouts out for a full report. Oh, Dream Scourge and the tusks. Gods have mercy on our benighted souls.
He's in a tough position, but I believe he's trying to do right by his people.
Who are you, Spirit? The plague's corrupted the rest of us. The steel garrote. Our minds. Broken. I won't let it take me. I'll keep my sanity. You're... not real! You can't be. No! Go away, Spirit!
The trap cuts. The fox cries at the pain of the hare. The justice of the wild.
Go away! Oh, I know you're not real. I'll stop you if I must. My soul is mine. Mine! It will not be despoiled. What was that prayer Ludwig taught us to banish the visions? Fearsome Woodica, by your withering gaze, I bind this tricksome devil. Oh, God, it's still there. I see the canopy of a tree inside your soul. No, stop looking at me. I don't want to see it.
He's beyond prayer at this point. How do you want to play this? I don't see him backing down.
No! No! My soul is my own! I want to live!
This is mine! Beat that, Marius! Another glorious battle.
Be ready. Lava can be really off-putting if you're not used to it.
Must maintain it. Keep a secret.
Behind you!
Well, that was fun. Saka self-steel Garrod slaughtered them and left them to rot. I say we paid them in kind.
Agreed. Eyes peeled and weapons drawn.
Nice work.
Who's there?
Take him down.
Let's get
On now. This is mine.
Here.
To your left!
One for us.
Yes, you brutes, if you mine. We will feed you to the water. Please help me!
Thank you. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come. I don't know. They caught me. They said they had questions. Then they stopped making sense. Just nonsense.
Something happened. No idea what.
Please. There is a friend of mine hiding in the summit. You have to help me before it's too late.
Let's hurry.
Well, that's that. We'll need another way through.
This is a mess. And the Steel Garrod aren't the disorderly type. They must have left in a hurry. Are these Pargrunan books? Like campfire reading? I wonder how the Steel Garrod got them.
They circled Solace Keep on the map. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Ludwig's bold, but she's a strong tactician. I don't see her leading her people in a reckless assault. Not without a very good reason.
There's no way attacking Solace would get them any closer to the garden. Unless...
Hang on. What if that path is under the keep?
If she murdered someone, we would have heard about it by now.
Someone must have told Ludwig. Even amongst a tight-knit group like the Pogrunen, there's always someone with a price.
Doesn't matter. The steel growth getting to the garden cannot be a good thing.
We won't let them down.
Whether they realize it or not.
Trespasser, she defiles our ground. Murderer, she is near.
You will go no further. The garden is under our protection.
And who is going to stop me? The time has come to take the garden.
Wardens will never...
Yesterday, this island suffered in the grip of its own madness. Today, the Living Lands unites under one flag. One people. One law. One true God.
No! Never again!
Bad enough as paladins. Arms up.
Don't be shy, envoy. Come. Let... So here you are. Sapadal coaxed you toward the garden, a spider luring a fly to the safety of the web.
Who spins? Who rides? She weaves a trap of steel.
Look at my paladins, envoy. Look what your god has done to us. I should have realized it sooner. The Dream Scourge is Sapadal's weapon. A cudgel to drive us out of the Living Lands. When are the gods ever forthcoming to the likes of us? What a pair we make, envoy. Proxies in a war between gods. Your patron versus my faith. A war that ends here and now. The choice is ours. Do we trust our own judgment? Or do we gamble it all on the monster whispering in your ear? Keep your promise to the Emperor. Cut the Dream Scourge off at the root. Permanently.
No!
No matter where we turn, we find the consequences of Sapadal. Plague, blight, madness. The Living Lands hangs by a thread because mortals cannot live in the shadow of a god, much less one that's lost its mind.
I hate to say this, but she's got a point. Not that I trust her with the solution.
We were fine living at the whim of a sleeping god until you came along and woke it up.
You and I alone can save the living lands by destroying the unending madness that is Sapadal.
Break the bars!
You know them best. If that's what you believe, I'll stand by you.
Right. We definitely all had input on that decision.
I knew it might come to this. Sapadal has a stronger claim on you than we ever did. Still, I had hoped your wisdom would prevail, if not your loyalty. What a shame to destroy so much potential. She already knows. Don't you feel her eyes on you? Prepare yourself for the beyond.
Don't let the dream fall around. In the dark! You got it. Dream throws. Really aim way out. Give me a target. Where's my arm? Hey! Over On your left. Coming from the camp! Hold it! Still have to clear out these blessed dream throws.
We got the Inquisitor. Almost feels too good to be true. This isn't the first time she's died. It might not be the last.
The garden lit up, and Everyone changed. I hate to say it, but maybe Ludwig is right about Sapadal and the Dream Scourge. I really need to lie down. Just for a minute.
Vipers in a knot. The venom drowns us. Save us, please. They stand outside our prison. We rattle the bars, they do not hear. We scream, they do not answer. Truth! Truth! We are in agony! They come, a surging flood of parasites. They destroy us bite by bite. They eat us alive. Out! Let us out! Set us free! There are always more. New steel treads upon the ashes of the old. The light stands in the midst, the old light. It blinds us. Send it away. It hurts. It has always hurt this way. And our pain spreads, and the rot spreads. The plague grows. Not lying, no. We did not remember. We feared your judgment. We did not want to remember. We were nothing once, and then we were. As we woke to the world, we reached out and we found them, the other gods. We thought they would love us. But they flinched from us like we were a flame. The charred queen called us an abomination. We tore chasms in the land and boiled its rivers to stop her magfolk, to save our people. How could we have known how fragile their bodies were? She hurt us, killed those who loved us. She wanted us gone, forgotten, destroyed utterly. She called us aberration. She named us monster before we even knew what we were. Yet she made it our sin. She who caged us. She who called us monster. We thrash and the affliction rises. We scream and the rot spreads. We did not intend to lie. We only wanted to be loved. We only wanted not to be alone. They hurt us. We hurt them back. We hurt them again. We dreamed of green shoots, roses without thorns to prick. The vines of the past strangle us. Help us. We are alone. At last, gentleness, like the soft kiss of summer. We will make this better. We promise. Help us. Release us. Then the rot ends. We give you another sliver of our power, a piece of us. Do you accept? The parasites who trapped us left a door in the garden's wall. Reach it, and you can set us free. Let us aid you once more. We grant you our power. Find the wall of the valley across the acid sea. It cups our prison in its palm. It waits. We wait. Free us. End our suffering.
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp.
Who's ready for more?
Look at the sea! Swarm! Devour from the garden!
Down. To your left!
Quarry in the brush!
Listen, I don't know what happened. Seems like something needs to stop.
You're right. Behind you.
Quarry in the brush!
Purge the blind!
Careful, Envoy.
We need to leave
Solace is
before all of the
panicking.
dust
Something's
gets
very
flooded
wrong.
with lava.
And then what?
I don't like the way that lava is rising.
That's why Nandru built
A
these
deer.
sluice gates, to redirect the lava flows away.
He's not the one
Watch
I'm worried
yourself out,
about.
Lender.
Someone's going to have to tell the outposts.
I knew it. The moment I saw that the deer level, I knew it was a bad sign.
Everyone, please, do not panic. Simply exit the gate quickly.
Oh, Marius, praise Abaddon, you are alive.
What's happening? Why's everyone running around like blessed fools?
The volcano erupted. Any minute now, we're going to be flooded. We're evacuating. Kostya's gone to open the lava sluice gates, but they've been disused for so long. When Forja erupted, I thought... Oh, my boy. I'm so glad you're alive. Unless you have come back to help us, Envoy, I don't have time for you. We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave now. We told you, we don't know, and this is hardly the time to be asking.
The Steel Garrote would tell you otherwise. We have reason to believe there's a path under the keep. Be thankful you're talking to us rather than them. They were planning to storm the keep.
They're all dead, by the way. You're welcome.
The Steel Garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath Solace?
Why didn't you tell me? You should have reported your findings. It makes sense. They must have used the books to triangulate its location. But still, Kostya's scouts would have seen them and they didn't report. You weren't lying then. He was. Good God.
Could Kostya have told the Steel Garrote about another entrance to the garden?
No. If such a thing existed, I can't believe it. He wouldn't. We took an oath to Nandru. The garden was our sacred duty, and he betrayed us. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya. He lacks faith in the Wardens and conviction in Nandru's teachings. But I always believed he had a certain strength of character, that he could see wisdom and bow before it. I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but... Oh, this is entirely too much. How could he have done this? I can't believe Kostya handed the Steel Garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. Mayu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava. I will. Abaddon stain my tongue if I betray him, but I will. I will show you where Kostya has gone. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him.
Mihala.
I do not wish to see him dead, but if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives. I cannot suffer those who would harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way. Let's hope we don't need your wishes. If your arrival is indeed a message from Nandru, I hope he remembers his people well. I hope he is proud of us. And Marius, make it back to us in one piece.
I assume that's an order, Commandant?
Head through the door in the smithy. You'll find Kostya in the lava tubes beneath the keep. Go now, and go with the gods.
Outside! That was a damn big explosion, wasn't it? Heard it down here above the sound of the anvils. What can I do for you?
Went through the...
It's odd. There's a beauty to this place. Maybe because it's a place in Galawan's tusks I've never been. The magma's getting awfully high. You might want to hurry.
Come on, we don't want to be down here when Kostya does whatever he's planning.
Kostya left them behind to die. Blessed Korba.
just getting warmed up.
Voices silenced.
This whole place feels like it's going down. What's the target?
They wound us, and we wound in return.
No! Watch your step. Even you wouldn't come back from that fall, envoy.
Kostya isn't going to wait around for us. Keep moving.
Endless night. When will the sun rise?
Hey! Over here! Run! Coming for the right!
These bodies are still warm. Kostya must have passed by recently. We should move.
We need to keep moving if we're gonna catch Kostya. You're mine now! Kostya knew about this, he'd be selling tickets.
Think, just jump.
Daylight.
My brother, soul of my soul, how did you find me here? I have been here for so long. No one came looking. Andrew, you are blessed, my fellow Parkronan said. But I did not come here to meet Sabadar. I am hiding from them. I remember it all. I feel Sabadar's mind beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run. That was the name my mother gave me. But that was never what they called me. To them, I was beloved. An endearment my God wielded against me like a cudgel. I would have killed them with it if I could. But they were beloved of me, too. No. Nor will they here, where we are blessedly invisible to them. I pray my soul disintegrates to dust, to tatters. I pray my soul is lost and never found again. True death will be a relief if it at last allows me to know silence. A child keeps a beetle in a jar. He does not know the beetle requires air, sustenance, freedom. He does not understand that if it shakes the jar, pulls off a wing, the beetle will be hurt. The child only wants to keep the beetle. It feels good to have control. We are both souls in a jar. Yours is just bigger than mine, for now. That was the name they gave themselves, stolen from the ancient souls whose deaths gave rise to them, to us. We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them. They shield you from the truth of what they are. The Dream Scourge has existed as long as they have. Don't you see? It is their infection. You, my brother, who are more brave than I, go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree. You need only walk a little more. You are nearly at the end. You know, I always meant to die down here. To siphon my soul into a lonely pillar, disconnected from the stone that makes our world. Disconnected from them. I only hope that Sapadal releases you to the same long peace. Do not thank me. Only do as I asked. Destroy them, brother. And when you see Wodika, tell her I said hello.
You okay? You went away again, but this time seemed different.
I'm fine. You're...
Go to the garden. Kill them.
Kostya's already proven himself an enemy of Solus. Whatever you choose to do with him after we stop him is fine. The sluice gates are just ahead. Kostya's probably already there. Let's move. Lava's high. Gotta hurry. Good. You're here.
Help me destroy this witch. We can't risk someone turning it and opening the gates. If the keep falls so that we might live, so be it. I'm doing the only thing that matters. I'm saving my people, Envoy. With your help, or without it. Me, specifically? No. I only provided them access to material from the living archives. The books and records that the novice brought to them were what revealed the secret. By the way, is that novice still alive? I see. And what of the Steel Garrote? Should I assume they're all dead as well? And so you brought it back here? Among the Wardens? It doesn't matter how it works. It was not present in the tusks until your people arrived. Oh, perhaps this is right. Another reason to destroy this place and go. This is how it should be. So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here. Doomed by an oath to a dead man.
No one should be bound to a pile of stones. Certainly not because of a centuries-old oath.
Our people were nomads for ages until we built the keep. When it falls, we'll be free to explore the world again. I will not watch my people rot here for the sake of a pointless oath. Then my conviction only grows stronger, Envoy. Nandru never wanted what was best for us. He built us a tomb and abandoned us to it. Do not speak his name to me as if it could mean anything to you.
Well, he has a point, but it's not worth letting Solace fall to prove it.
You, of all people, are speaking in favor of the suffocating grasp of tradition.
I'm talking about not destroying our ancestral home just because you don't like Nandru. You're just as blinded by those traditions as Mihala. Have the courage to leave if you want, but don't force everyone else to.
Then grow anew, a flow to purge the weight. We twine.
That is all I ask.
You can't be blessed, stay serious.
You should hurry on with your task. The lava's rising quickly now. Safe travels to the garden. You'll find your entrance just past this door. I suspect you're the only one aside from Nandru who can open it.
Absomalu Vawintu, Envoy. You are lucky I don't feel like fighting another Adiran right now.
If destroying Solace frees these people from a dead oath, let it crumble.
It is done. Gods. I can't believe it. Go on. You must get to the garden, and I must see to my people. See, it is done. Gods. I can't believe it.
Good work, but we shouldn't stick around.
Good old Solace Keep. Destroyed from within.
Envoy, I'll give you this. You know how to leave an impression. Takes a special kind of clarity to do what needs doing. Especially when it looks like this. Looks like everyone made it out.
Can't believe it's gone.
What do we do now? Where do we go?
It's going to be alright, little brother.
Think of this as a chance to find a new home. And a dinner.
I just want my home back.
I can't believe it. The keep is gone, Envoy. I cannot believe it. Surely something must still stand? A lie. You call our oath a lie? No, we will not discuss this. Tell me about the keep. Does any of it remain? It doesn't matter, Envoy. An oath is an oath. If Nandru thought it best, then so do I. Now tell me about the keep. Nandru, help me. It can't be. The keep. My people. Tell me you're lying, Envoy. It can't be true. It can't all be gone. Where is Kostya? He won't lie to me. Thank Nandru that he is alive. There is mercy in this universe. I've decided. Kostya will assume leadership of the Pagrunen. He has always believed in a better life for our people. One that I could not provide. If he wishes to retain me as an advisor, I will stay. But I failed at the oath I swore to Nandru, to keep our people in solace and protect the garden. He believes the Pagrunen deserve a better life than this, and that our duty to Nandru stood in the way. His conviction is stronger than mine, and he may very well be right. I failed, after all. Marius, could I speak to you?
Right, did she just ask that? Or am I having another nightmare? Good. Let's save the hugs and tears for another time. Okay, let's hear it.
I'm so glad you're safe and that you're surrounded by good people.
All right. Waiting for the but?
There's no but waiting. That's all I wanted to say. Truly.
I am genuinely happy you found friendship, Marius. You always deserved more than the world gave you. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, you've always given me more than I deserved.
It was a true thing.
Everyone, keep calm. I'm sure the council will answer.
The very image of... Imagine the chance to see godless engineering at work. It is a true marvel, godlike.
I take over the job and all this happens, Alvoy. Still alive, eh? Good. It's you again. Welcome to our new home. I know it isn't much, but if the smith can reforge himself, we can rebuild from this. What can I do for you?
Ugh, my head. Hey, you heard anything about Petru? Gods, that's a lot. Animancy? No wonder Mihala seemed pissed at him. If he's imprisoned, then... I suppose that is the end of it, huh? Gods. Fair enough. Thank you for looking for him. You've done more than enough as it is.
Oh, great.
Closer. We have waited so long.
You Adiran Kamayu. Take a few more moments to think closely before you go destroying your friends' homes next time.
Where's this coming from? Solace wasn't a home, it was a prison. We all saw that.
What gives you the authority to decide the fate of an entire settlement? That fits the Steel Garrote, but not you.
Darling, think it through. The Pargrunen were stuck rotting in their keep, and the envoys freed them.
What about those who wanted to stay there, huh? What life are they free to live now?
Whatever life they want. Same as you chose when you left.
Oh, so because I wanted to leave, it should be destroyed? I had no idea I had that kind of power.
Darling, it wasn't your decision. Clearly, you didn't wish it.
Amalia and her people took up arms and turned to banditry, and they still weren't allowed to leave. Mihala would have kept the rest of her people bound to an ancient oath if we hadn't done something.
First Fior, and now this. Destruction follows in our wake, but we aren't doing anything to stop it.
I don't get why you think you have the right to decide what every person in Solace needs. Who the Fuitu do you think you are?
That's what Adir wants. For us to stop worrying about our own destiny and leave it in their hands.
Agree to blissly disagree.
I think we could all use a break. Let's camp and get some rest, hmm?
Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fior, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us. We should be so lucky.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear ya. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Can you imagine? An untouched spiritual wilderness just waiting for us. I have a theory about the garden, or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
About that, before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal, set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan? Everyone deserves freedom.
I could make an exception for a god with the power to destroy us all in a tantrum.
Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in. Putting an end to Sapadal's imprisonment, one way or another. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
And you don't have to. We pull together, and that's plenty.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Oh, why am I so anxious? I suppose you're right. I'm frightened, I'm excited. I'm a lot of things right now. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan? That was nothing compared to this. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it. Animancers don't ask why. We ask how. My parents were going to build a better world for Animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did. To an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything. I'll try to remember that. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it. Who could rest at a time like this?
Marius.
I must admit, I had my doubts about Solace. It was like a dungeon, except the wardens were the prisoners. What possessed you to destroy the keep? You broke an egg to make an omelette, in other words. Maybe it isn't all bad. Maybe now the wardens can decide who and what they are, with no traditions holding them back. Or maybe I'm guilty of wishful thinking, trying to find meaning in the midst of chaos. No matter how it turns out, I hate to see another settlement destroyed by fire. It feels like the burned queen is opening her shriveled mouth to consume the island whole. As do I. But there's no point in wondering what could have been. Don't worry about me. I have other traumas to keep me up at night. And besides, this is about you. Wherever you go, you break people out of their habits. You banish the old ways. Or perhaps you don't give yourself enough. Wherever that power comes from, whether it's your heritage or political status, it's a terrible burden. I don't envy you, but at least you keep things interesting. Not before I've done some reading. Let me get this straight. You spoke to the spirit of Nandru, a godlike, same as you. What did he say? Any advice? Any words of encouragement? That doesn't bode well. I should have seen this coming. Never listen to the dead. They're cynical, full of regret, and determined to make us all miserable. Thankfully, you're still alive. Fate is in your hands. See? The future is looking brighter already. No one is closer to Sapadal than you are. Nandru lost that privilege when he died, which means you alone can judge the god of the living lands. Your opinion is the one that counts. Of course you do. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, a little outside perspective always helps. For what it's worth, I think you're going to be fine. No matter what you do about Sapadal, it can't get any worse. I wish I could say the same for the Living Lands. Pleasant dreams. That meeting of the Solace Council,